Hi everyone, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles. Welcome. I have two fun book page base crafts for us today. And we're doing two because they're pretty easy. Can be a fun mass make depending on how much time you spend decorating. So let me show you. These are made with the same size book page. I'm going to show you everything that I used. This one makes a tall skinny. So it's got a pocket here on the front. These papers pretty, I'll tell you about those too. I put journaling space inside of mine. And then on the back, it has a flip open, a pocket, and a pocket. Now this can be customized. You can add more little tiny pockets. You could add pockets or belly bands in here. You could sew in a signature, completely customizable. But I love it, and I think it will be great to tuck in a larger journal pocket or to give to someone as a gift, all right? The papers I decorated with are by the Junk Journal Studio. I'm trying to remember the name of the kit, but I'll make sure there are links for you guys in the video and in the description, okay? Let's see. I love it. I think it's super cute. The other one I made, it's kind of similar to ones we've made before. I did cut it down. Like I said, I used the same paper, but I did cut it down a little bit after I folded it. It just opens up this way, and it has these two fun little tuck spots here on these pockets. Thought that was cute. And then nice big pocket tuck spots back here. I used some washi tape, same paper set. This is actually from one of my bird books, The Owl. Isn't he cute? But nice big pockets. And then I decorated the back or just put a piece of owl book page. This is from a geometry book. And this is in the kit. There's all kinds of numbers and stuff and little labels in this particular kit too. So you might want to take a peek. But use any paper you have, decorate it, whatever theme you want. It's not hard at all. Okay, let's make this one first. It's not hard. It is a touch more involved. Now, I'm using book page. A lot of us have a lot of book page we want to use up. And it really will work with whatever size you have. Yours may just end up being a little bit different size. If you don't have book page or you want to cut your book page to be the size mine is, mine's already, it's like a double spread, or you can just envision it's already folded in half, right? So mine is almost 10.5 inches. It's like 10 3/8, but I think 10.5 would be fine. It definitely would be fine. By 7 3/4. Okay, and then you would fold it in half on that 10.5 inch side. All right. The first thing you're going to do is take this top flap, and we're just going to fold it down, and I'm going to leave about, that's probably about 3/4 of an inch. Again, you can guesstimate. Yeah, almost 3/4 of an inch. You're going to fold it down like this. Now, this is going to get folded back like that. Okay, so let's make sure everybody's with us. I'm going to do a little bit of inking as I go. It may make it a little easier to see some things as well. I guess it depends on if I actually get ink on the paper, right? I have a new sponge tip on here. Okay. The next thing you're going to do is pick it up, and we are going to fold it in half, all the layers, hot dog style. There we go, hot dog style. A little bit of ink, a little bit of ink. Okay, hot dog style. Now, I am going to fold up, and I'm going for about maybe 2 to 2.5 inches. But again, it really doesn't matter. Ah, look, 2.5 inches. I got lucky. And this one actually folds back like this. Okay. Now, we have to do a little bit of cutting because we want this to open. So this is where it's easy to get it backwards. So I am going to go slow and make sure I do it the correct way, and hopefully where it will make sense for you. Now, right now, it doesn't open up because we haven't cut yet. Okay, so we are going to open this up and open it this way. Now, we want to cut not on the side with the fold, but on the open side. And we're going to cut both layers right on this score line, right up to this score line. So if your paper looks like this is the line we are going to cut. Just right along that score line, right up to there. All right, now again, fold everything back. Fold this up. This is your back, and this is your front. So we should have our pocket here. It now will open up. I did journaling space on mine. And then it's going to open this way to the back. And we're going to do a little bit of gluing, but there's your flap that opens, and this will become a pocket, and we have a pocket. Okay? Now, depending on how you fold this, I think I did mine almost exactly the same. Yours, if you're using the same size paper, you know, it might be a little bit longer if you only did 2 inches. So whatever dimensions you like will work. Now, let's glue. This is going to be our page that opens, and I glued these 2 pages together to just make them, you know, a little thicker. I guess you could have 2 little pages if you don't want to glue them together, but I'm going to glue mine. I'm just going to glue them and make them just one little page that flips open, make that a little bit sturdier. All right, and then this is going to be my pocket. Go ahead and get some ink, like I said on here. Okay, this is going to be my pocket. So I want to glue right along this score line and right along this edge. Now, if you need to, you know, use your rewind button and you can go back and watch that again, but hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Oh, and we got to glue this pocket down. So this one will flap open like this. You just need glue along the bottom, and then I'm going to put some glue right there on that edge, that little short edge of that angled pocket. Oh, and it opens up, opens, okay? And then it's just all the fun decorating. So again, I am going to probably do something a little similar and use some of the fun tags and pieces from the kit. I really did like using the washi tape. I did washi and actually a smaller version of this same image there. I have in this is the washi I've had out for a few days now. This is the vintage washi from Ivy. If you don't have washi, you can just use paper. But if you need some washi or interested, my affiliate link with a coupon code will be in the video description. And I'm going to use this wide washi and show you how I did that, just because I think it turned out cute and it was so easy. So I'm going to get it about the width that I need it. And I'm using my tear roller, and I'm just letting it stick to the mat some. It won't hurt anything. And just tear it off. I'm going to double check. That looks okay. And then I'm going to tear either the top or the bottom. Let's tear some off of the top. And if you're worried about it being sticky enough at this point, you know, you could add a little glue under here. I think mine's okay, but there along that edge if you want to. Cute, right? Now, this piece here, I think I've told you guys, I try to keep running pieces of washi tape, like little offcuts, and I could probably use this even in this project, but I'm going to stick it here. I just do random placements, and then when it's done, I'll make a tag out of this, or I'll punch circles or hearts or something and use it like a little collage paper. Cute, right? Now, this one, let's choose a little different one. I kind of went to the top last time. I think I'm going to go, I don't know, just right there, and then we'll decorate over it. Again, just to get some different uses of my washi tape. All right, back here to the front, or maybe we'll go ahead and put something here. I am hoping I am not getting a cold. I'm feeling a little bit like I might be. So I hope I'm not. I know the weather has turned. I actually need to go get my flu shot. I meant to several weeks ago, and I'm not quite sure what happened the day I was going to go. And then I kind of put it out of my mind. So I need to do that. If you haven't had your flu shot, you should go get your flu shot too. But of course, if I'm sick, I'm not going to be able to get one. So we'll see how I do. All right, I'm just going to glue this down. And again, spend as much time decorating or fold a whole bunch of these out of your book page and have them in your stash, and then decorate them when you're ready to use them. I can't say enough how having things like that on hand can really make a difference. Let's put this lady here. I used one of the taller ones on the prototype, but I'm going to use this one. It's cut like a postage stamp. And be careful, not to glue your pocket closed. And I didn't, for some reason, print them out. But like I said, this kit, I don't know what I was thinking, comes with all kinds of cute little number labels and stuff and tags. So cute. And faux buttons. So lots of fall little papers. So fun. All right. For this pocket, I had this piece of vintage paper that I think was part of some sheet music. So I do have some of my scraps. It was part of this, and I thought that looked so interesting. And then the other side is really nice for journaling. I am going to, this is just to help me see what size. I'm just going to use a piece of this. It's not quite as interesting to me, but if I fold this over, like this is probably going to crack, but that's okay because I'm going to glue it down. I hope what's going on? It's a little too wide is what's going on. So let's just, it needs to be a little skinnier. Just take a little bit off of this edge and see if I took enough. I was going to put it in this way. Oh yeah, it works nicely now, so that we could see the green stripe. The green stripe, Pam, use your words. So let's glue that back to make this nice and secure. And then I have quite a few of these cut out. Of course, I keep grabbing ones that are not cut out that I kind of want to use. This one is torn or cut kind of strange. But let's just not worry about that. And we'll just kind of tear it to make it look interesting. Oh, maybe I'll leave that. Oh, we could go there. What do I want to do? I think I'm going to do it on here like this. And then we'll have writing space on the back. Okay, a touch of ink. And I'm just making a little journaling card. And then we will decide if we need some more embellishment, put some ledger paper probably on those inside pages. And this one will be done. And then I'll show you the other fold. like I said, I decided to do 2. 1, because you never know what size you want or are going to need. And I feel like these are just fun ideas to have in your repertoire, right? I did like the button I put on that one. I wonder if I have one of the little bitty ones. Maybe a little button here. Now, on one of these, this one, I punched the holes and threaded it through and tied it. On this one, I just tied a bow and then used my hot glue to glue it down. So I think I'm going to do that on this one too. And I definitely go through stages, and I'm in a stage right now where I'm using this skinny twine a lot. It is a favorite product. And fairly easy to work with. Get it little and tight. I try to not have that long of a tail, and if I wasn't videoing right now, I would untie it and retie it. But that's okay. Look, that'll look cute right there. We'll just do a drop of glue. That was bigger than I really wanted, but it'll dry quick. One of the nice things about hot glue, right? Okay, now I need a few things to go back here. Oh, I hope I didn't glue this closed. Did I glue it closed? Surely I didn't. No, it was just a little spot of glue. Okay, and obviously, I mean, you don't have to let it open. You could glue it together, but I like that it opens. All right, these 2 panels, I want pieces of paper that are going to measure 2 1/4 by 5. 2 that are 2 1/4 by 5. So I am going to, this is just some vintage ledger that I have that I love to use for layering. So there's one piece and a second piece. And again, so easy for having extra writing space in our journal. We'll just do a touch of ink. It's barely showing up on here. I'm trying to be very gentle. And I'll glue it down. And all these sweet little tags with the pumpkins and the owls and the fall flowers, all of that, they kind of come in different shapes and sizes, which again are making me happy. And I've had this kit for a few years. And a few years back, I used it and I made a whole bunch of fall embellishments and dangles. And again, it was so easy just because there's so many different sizes and cute images. I like when I have kits that are favorites that are kind of go-tos for me. It's nice to be able to use things that you have, right? Oh, I love it. Now, so this is what I mean. Like, see, there's all these little bitty ones in different sizes and shapes. So let's put this cute owl. Little owl. And again, a lot of times with the little bitty ones, I wait to cut them out just because when I'm working with a kit, it is very easy to lose the little pieces. Whoops. And I could put one on each page, but I'm just going to, in fact, I'm going to do this. I think I staggered the other one. That bunny's sweet as well. Yeah, down there. Okay, let's put our cute bunny right here. And then this needs like a taller tag. Let's just cut a piece of craft and make another little journaling spot. That's what I did. I'm going to make it 2 1/4 inches wide. And then we can decide again how tall we want it. This is 5.5. Let's do 5.25. I can always make it shorter if I think that's too tall, but I think that'll be a good height. Yeah, we could go a little bit shorter. I'm going to trim off and make it like 5.25. And let's just use the tear ruler and get a fun edge. And I'm gonna, probably the skinnier tear would do better. But that's all right. I picked the wide one. So there you go. Okay, just like that. I'm not gonna worry about inking it. And we are gonna glue it down. Okay, and now I'll do some inking. Get some ink on there and grunge it up some. And let's do it this way. Get those out of my way and put a little piece of ribbon. Oh, and I don't think I've even said this video. I try to remember to say it, but please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Drop me a comment. Tell me if you like the project, what you're up to, if there's something you'd like to see. And thank you. If you're new, welcome. All of you, I'm so happy you decided to spend some time with me today. Okay. Ribbon, ribbon, ribbon. Love some seam binding. Okay. Look at that. Very cute. And again, add different style pockets, size of pockets, whatever you would like. But there you go. All right, now to make this one, it's not nearly as involved with the folding. Not that that one was hard, but exact same paper. It's a double fold. So 10.5 by 7.75. And again, I'm going to eyeball and come up. I don't know, what is this? This is almost 2.5. It would help if I made my fold straight. And then again, I just did an eyeball where I just kind of came over, and this one ended up being a smidge more than 1.5. Now, to get this to match, because I definitely want it, to match, I'm just going to close it. Okay, so I already have this side folded up. I'm going to close it. And then I'll just fold this one back so everything lines up, and then fold it the correct way. All right. Now don't glue anything yet, because I liked having the little notch and I want it to match. Okay. So open this up, fold it back in half. We are going to put the notch in this section. Let me add some ink. And then I know the pocket is right here. Okay. But if I hold these all together, and I'll just use my 1-inch circle punch, I see the edge right here. I'm going to center this and just punch it, because then they will line up perfectly and be the same size. Okay? I hope that made sense. Now, I am going to, before I glue stuff, I'm going to just do a little ink. Much easier to do this now before I glue it together. Ooh. Okay, it's going to look like that. The rest of the glue I can put on in a minute. Now, I think it helps to glue this little section and this little section together. It just makes it a little bit sturdier, and you don't have to worry when you're tucking things inside the pocket. So glue those, and then I'm going to put a bit of glue right here in the middle for my pocket. So I'm going to do that and then flatten it out nice. Okay, so I put glue here, and then I just glued those little pockets together, because now I'm going to make the tuck spot. Okay, and then you still have your big spot here. So you're going to do glue right along the edge of the top of the pocket. And then right along this edge. That way, when you glue this, you still have, get a big tag, you still have this whole opening back here. See? Because I only glued right at the top of the pocket. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Right along there and the bottom. All right? And then close. And we should have not glued it closed. So there we go. Okay? Simple as that. And then we just get to decorate. And I have pre-made some of the tags that I'm going to put in this one. So I also used washi on the front. And then I think I put a little, yeah, I did on these pockets, and then some book page back here. So very simple decorations, washi tape, and a very simple collage on the front. So we'll do the same thing. On the front, I used this kind of fall colors, wide, a little bit wider, not the super wide, but not, you know, the kind of regular width. And there's a thinner one that coordinates with this one that I'm going to use on the inside along with this pattern. Here it is. Okay, I just thought that looked good, so I'm not going to rethink it. I'm going to just do the same thing. Now, these skinny ones, for some reason, always seem to get stuck to my fingers. I don't know what I do with these guys. There we go. Very easy to tear though, right? And I'm trying to remember to pull my washi out and use it because I have a lovely collection and it's there to be used. And I find if you don't use it, whoa, and it gets old, it, you know, it's harder to pull off and all kinds of things. So, and that is not because this washi is old, because it's not. That was because I tried to go too fast. And sometimes it's better to be gentle and patient, right? All right, I'm going to leave a little gap there. Just use my finger to tear these. And someone took notes in this geometry book a long time ago. You can still see the pencil writing, which is kind of cool. All right. Okay, so I have this one. This is cute. It's like an applesauce recipe, and I just backed it with some other paper. So we'll put some ribbon on it in a minute, but let's go ahead and put that back there to remind us. And I think, I'm hoping, I left another of the little bit larger size that I made, but I may not have. We can put this little one in here. That'll be okay. I may make something bigger to go in there. We'll see. Oh, this one's cute too with the owl. If he was just a little bit bigger, he would be perfect. We'll think about that. Okay, let's do the front collage. And then we will put some more things inside. So I'm thinking that I'm going to do another one. This one's even bigger, but we'll do a big button. And it needs some ink. I punched a circle, and I think this is the 1.5 inch, but I backed it, the other one, on a piece of cardstock just to kind of make it look like it has a little more dimension, like a real button. So let's do that. And this one is big enough that I can do the hole punch, and we can tie a piece of twine on this one. So I'm just gonna, oops, will it reach? Oh, I guess I could adjust my crocodile too. For some reason, I always forget about that it is adjustable. I'm just using the white little circles to help me find it. Now, I could also use probably a thicker twine if I wanted to, but this will work. And I have it out already. Don't have to look for it. See if I can make my fingers work today. Tie a cute little bow. And if you want to put a real button on yours, super cute. I'm just using the ones from this kit. I also, if you don't have any buttons, there's a freebie Buy Me a Coffee, and my link tree has all my links if you don't see it just in the description of the video. But I have lots of freebies, but one is a faux button freebie. So please, if you want to craft with buttons and you need some, or you just want some different ones, please go grab those. Oh, that would be cute, wouldn't it? I may want to put this on some craft cardstock too, just because it'll make it just a smidge bigger. Let's do that, and we'll see if we like it. Of course, once I've glued it down, if we don't like it, we can always just use it like a tag. So, and put something different on the front. So, no owl, no foul, no owl. I was trying to make a pun. I don't know if that was funny or not. Okay, let's cut that out. Here we go. Yep, I like it. So we're going to glue Mr. Owl down. I love owls, and I've made a few really big, fun journals featuring owls, and every once in a while I just get in the mood. So I may have to make another owl journal. I don't know. It's been a while since I've made one. Okay. Fun times. That's cute. That glue off of there. Okay. Let's see if I have from this bird book, like a portion of the paper that would be pretty on here. I always have a hard time because, like, I was thinking this one, but then I would lose this one. This one's probably a little bit bigger. But I like the color on that one. I mean, I like this one too. It's a struggle. All right, this one is not exactly my favorite, but I'm not losing anything. Let's tear him. Let's use him. And then I can think about those others. I know I'm tearing this larger than what I need, but I'll get it to the right size once I get it over here. Okay. I'm just using my project to help me guesstimate the size that I need. There we go. Just gonna go with that just to give it something besides the geometry on the back, and gives it just a little more thickness. Again, optional, but up to you. And a lot of times I leave it plain. You could also just glue this to a journal page, and this could be your interactive element. You know, it could be an interactive element on the page. Just open it up like that, or tuck it in somewhere. Now, these guys, again, we can put them on some cardstock, but they're going to leave your pocket closed. they're going to be a nice size. I think there's a size even bigger. Let's see if it fits. Mushrooms. Yeah, they fit too. So we'll put that one there. And then let's put a piece of seam binding. Ooh. That would be pretty, wouldn't it? On here. To give this tag some interest. I think I cut this a little long. But if I trim it, I'm going to trim it, but even if I retied it, I don't think it'll be long enough to do anything with the little bits, so my bad. Okay. I'm going to put this one right here. And then I am going to put this owl, I'm going to put a little piece of ribbon on it as well, and not worry that he's a little tiny for my pocket. Oopsie. Very cute. So, if you're like me, I love to make a pile of these. Just, get into folding and gluing them together and then having them in my stash. And then when I want something special for a journal or to give to someone, I will just pull them out. And it's easier to make like 4 or 5 of the same thing, especially if you're not decorating, right? And just have them available. It goes quicker because you just get used to the fold and what you're doing. So again, mass makeup can be fun. All right, I hope you liked these. I hope you will leave me a comment and let me know what you think. And if you get to have some time in your craft space, have fun. Until next time, everybody, take care. Thank you.